Welcome on in, everybody, and today we are going to be going over another upcoming scenario for Umamusume. This time we are visiting the U.A.F Ready Go scenario. The U.A.F stands for the Umamusume Athletic Festival. It is U.A.F for short, and it is a very, very interesting game mode. As far as scenarios go, this is definitely the most unique that we have come across so far, as there are major changes to the training. Now, the stat training is fairly similar to how it goes in the regular scenarios we've played so far, but it's also very, very different. I know that doesn't make a lot of sense, but you'll see once we get in there. For the Umers we're going with, we were able to actually scout the brand new Oguri Cap that was released. She has a 8% increase to speed, 8% increase to strength, and 14% increase to guts, with A in long, A in mile, A in pace chaser, and A in late. So remember, I can't read Japanese, so I'm going off of the images here based off of what I already know. So she's going to be a relatively Uma to train, and this is definitely one of those game scenarios that I don't think anybody's going to really have too much trouble with. For our legacy characters, we did get an SS earlier with this Uma here, whose name I don't know, but it was a really good run, and I do love her design. And then we're just going to be picking another default here. I did have to make another new account because I got locked out of my previous one, so we are starting fresh, but luckily we shouldn't have any issues with pulling this win off. Now we are going to be borrowing a max speed card, and then for our other cards we're going to be using, let's see here, because we can borrow many maxed out cards here for this event. As you can see here, these are all the maxed out decks that we could choose between. I'm going to be choosing this one with the 2 speed, 1 stamina, 1 guts, 1 wit, and then we're going to be borrowing a speed card. So 3 speed total, and then 1 of each, without the trainer, obviously. Now let's go ahead and get this started. There's a lot to go over for this. There are a ton of game mechanics. One of the few things you'll notice first is that the training itself is completely different as far as speed, power, stamina, wit, and guts, but I'll get into that after the intro.
U.A.F 運営総責任の剣涼香です。皆さん、ついにこの日を迎えました。新たなエンターテインメントの幕開けにようこそ。U.A.F はアスリート馬娘たちが己の身体能力の極限に挑み、その魂を燃やし、プライドをかけ頂点を競う、誰も見たことのない究極の総合スポーツ競技。馬娘たちの未知なる可能性、新たなる伝説の始まり。皆さんは今日その目撃者となるのです。私たちアスリート馬娘のほとばしる汗と情熱、筋肉と魂の共鳴、脱目してください。ではここに改めて宣言します。U.A.F レディーゴー U.A.F レディーゴーアスリートのきらめき。
And with that, the intro is complete. Very, very fun intro. All of these intros that they do for these new scenarios are kind of bangers, so that's why I always like to keep them in. I want to translate them for you guys, but there's so much text, and I don't read Japanese, so I'd have to use a translator, and I feel like it wouldn't be very accurate, so we'll leave it as is for now. If you want to use, you can always use Google Translate and, you know, live translate it if you want a rough understanding of what's going on. We don't need instructions because I do know how to play this game. Not super well, obviously. I haven't played it all that much, but we are going to start off all the same with increasing our friendship levels. But first, let's go over what's on screen. So as you can see here, we have completely different icons for our trainings, and these are all a part of the fitness scenario. So all of these are going to be certain skills that you can train for different sports during the UAF challenges. As you can see here, there's things like volleyball, sword fighting, soccer. You can really ignore the actual specific sport that you were training. What you got to focus on is the color of the block and what's in the bottom left-hand corner here. So there are 3 different genres for each sport, and the genres are sphere, fight, and free. Now, these have discipline caps of 100, and the goal is to get those up to 100 for the trials that you're going to be put through. And they also have the sports skill caps at 500. So we can break them all down. There's 5 by 3, so there's a whole lot of combinations, you know, however you want it, 5 to the third, if you want to do the math. But there's too many to go over each and every specific combination that you can do. But the point of the game is to get these levels up as high as possible while also getting these numbers up as high as possible. These are the difference between the genre level and the actual skill level. Now, keep in mind, when choosing your build here, you're going to be looking at increases to these levels with any scenario link characters. In this game mode, the scenario link characters are Tosin Jordan, Narita Toproad, Measure Orion, Winning Ticket, Yano Muteki, and there's a different character that was added for this scenario called Tsurugi Ryoka. So if you have those as support cards and you put them on here, you'll actually get additional bonuses to the stat increases here. You can also see that doing these trainings are going to give you little stat bonuses as well. Now, those are in reference to the skill tree here. Now, you have a deck of cards. As you can see, I have 3 spheres, 1 free, 1 fight in my deck of cards. This is randomly generated at the beginning of each turn. If you do not like your sphere of cards, you do have the opportunity to change it up a couple of times. So, for instance, if I want to go and maybe try for more blue sphere skills in my deck because I'm low on my skill genre there, and go ahead, select one of the blue skills, and now my new deck of cards has 4 of the blue cards. Start off with the ability to do that 3 times. You don't really need to change it all that much to actually win this thing, but we'll go into more detail about how to specifically build these decks later on in the future when we finally arrive at the release date of this and it's in English and we can have a better understanding of it. But basically, we're just going to want to choose trainings similar to any other scenario where we have scenario link characters stacked up on each skill, while also making sure that we're training up our friendship gauges to get the biggest bonuses. So for instance, here you can see that I'll be getting at least 18 points in the yellow skill tree here. I think that was called the free. Yeah, the free skill tree here. So the points that you get towards those replace the points that you get from the base stats. So as you can see here, we get the base stat of 18, so we get 18 points into free. So that would be a really good one to chain in this case. So I'm going to go ahead, train that one. It'll also rank up our key to some black and our trainer friendship as well. Now, this does take place in the background of the normal URA finale. You can probably tell by having that trainer here and the scenario races that we're actually going to go up against. So we want to get these as high as possible. Remember that we're already up to level 23 here, level 19 here, but we're still level 25 on the fight scenario link here. So we're going to go ahead and try to find one that's going to give us some good points there. Excellent. We can do the training there that mostly relates to speed, but it does also train other skills simultaneously. So as you can see, anything with a small yellow arrow here is also guaranteed to get some stat points, and they can be distributed to others, but the main bonuses you're going to get are going to be the ones to the yellow arrow. So if we do another speed training here, and again, it's technically not speed training, but it is. That's kind of what I meant when I said it's very, very similar, but also super different. It's not the same, but it is, because our skill stats are all still the same. So speed, power, stamina, guts, wit. but the trainings are just kind of listed differently, if that makes sense. I'm sure as you're looking at it, it's making more and more sense, but the way it's described in a lot of the guides that I've read through, it's very difficult to understand because they kind of have a nuance about it and what they actually want to refer to it as. So we're going to keep aiming for these, and the thing that I noticed through my couple of playthroughs already is just like with the Unity Cup, for instance, which is currently out now on our global servers, you want to be getting as many of these scenario links as high as possible, as quickly as possible. But the reason it's even better in this UAF scenario is because the stat increases seem to be completely permanent. Meaning, unlike the UAF where you just pop a bubble and, you know, that's it, that's the training bonus you get. Here, you get a stat increase and it remains the same. So we're going to be able to get some pretty good stats by the end of this. And there are certain thresholds that kind of correlate to facility levels, such as the levels 1 through 5 that we have on our normal UMAs that we play on the global servers to this date, where instead of going by fans, this goes by discipline level. So each time we go and do a UAF scenario race, we're going to increase our discipline level by beating certain fitness tests, I guess is the best way to refer to it. And the way that we can win the fitness test is by getting our expectation gauge up here. Much like the previous scenario that we did, the little arc that has the expectation gauge, we have one here as well. So we want to make sure that we're getting that up. I need to get my mood up, so let's go ahead and do some recreation. Excellent, up to normal. I would like it at great, but I don't think we're that lucky. So we're going to be doing that, and we want to get as many wins as possible. It kind of goes without saying you want to get as many wins as possible, but it's very important that we're making sure we're getting that expectation gauge up to increase our chance of getting as many wins as possible. That way we can get our quote-unquote facility levels up higher and get better stats for training. And now we got 3 support cards. Excellent, good one. We got 22 back into our sphere, which is up to level 64 already, and we are headed into our junior debut after one more training. And this is a massive bonus here. Let's see if there's any better ones. And there is not. So what you're looking at right now is something called, what do they refer to it as? It is the similar to the bubble popping. It's called the heat up effect, where whenever these hit level 50, level 100, level 150, and so on, we have the opportunity to do the heat up effect, which is essentially like bubble popping in the Unity Cup, except it affects every single skill, so you get even better stat spreads among all of your trainings. Now we are headed into the junior debut. I don't think we're gonna have any issues here, but let's check it out. We're gonna make ourselves a front runner default pace chaser, which is very interesting. This is the first time I've used this ogre cap. I would have thought they would have made her a late surger by default, but that is completely fine because we're gonna make it whatever we want. Came in with a win on our junior debut, and we have a few turns before our very next, or technically our very first UAF race. That's in 12, and it's not a race, it's a fitness test. So you'll see once we get to the first one what exactly that training looks like, or those tests look like. It's pretty wild. Let's go ahead. We're still heating up, so let's keep doing that. Awesome. So we got a good stat spread there. Bring it on up to great mood. And let's see, we can get 3 of our support cards up. Let's go for it. And while this is putting most of our stats into, or most of our points into sphere right now, it is still slightly increasing the others as well. You can see these are all spheres, but it would be good to get some free as well. It's so goofy that they just call it free. It doesn't roll off the tongue very well, but we'll stick with what they go with. So let's see, can we get a practice perfect? Nope. And plus 10 to speed, excellent. We're pretty low on our training here, so let's go get some energy back with a rest. And you may have noticed that the video quality for this one is quite a bit higher. And if you didn't, I'm going to talk about it anyway. So I found out that if I just, instead of remoting in and recording, if I record separately, so my avatar is actually being recorded on a completely different PC than the game is. And now I can physically record the actual game instead of the remote session. So hopefully it's a little bit better quality for you guys to look at. Okay, level 40 for our spear. Our fight's lagging behind a little bit. That's okay. We might switch out our deck here pretty soon. +5 guts, excellent. And our deck right now, let's go ahead. I want to get some more spear in there. And now we're going to do a spear training. And let's see, do we have a spear training with any... Yeah, we do. And that's great because our snorkeling level is only level 1. So this will get it up to level 6.
Yes.
And 4 turns until our first U.A.F. And yeah, the cutscenes are very, very funny. So come on, Domino Cross, get out of here. We all know we don't like you. One thing to also notice is that training the one that would be considered wit actually does lower your energy in this scenario. It's the first one that we've come across that does that because it's technically not wit training. Wink, wink, wink. All right, we're going to go ahead, put some more into our spear here, get our guts stamina card up. Our Narita Bryan stamina card, pretty good deck. We need a few more fans, 1,500, so let's go ahead. We're just going to do a pre-op. That should be an easy win for us. And what do you got for us, Ogre Cap? Excellent, first place. Yeah, this is going to be a very, very interesting one. I think when this one drops, more people are probably still going to be playing the L'Arc game mode just because it's relatively easy to get very high stats in that too. Although the stat cap is higher. The stat cap for this one is 1,700 speed, 1,500 in stamina and power and guts, and then 1,300 in wisdom. So I think it's technically possible to get a higher ranked Uma in this game mode, but to perfect the training is a little difficult. So we'll see how that goes. We are a long way off. We're multiple scenarios down in this series. So we're a pretty good time, probably over 2 years out right now. So if you guys are still around, then we can go over together. We have failed that 3 times now. Oh my god. Awful mood, Ogre Cap going into the U.A.F with a just abysmal mood. All right, give me all those. We're gonna have to go back and get some of that mood up like ASAP. That's bad. Here we go. The UAA test stage. So this is the first one, and not UAA, U.A.F. So you can see here how many you've won. We're aiming for 12 or higher here. And we were able to get it, which is fantastic. We didn't perform very well in, what is this, beach volleyball? It's like arm wrestling? I don't know what that icon's supposed to be. We didn't perform very well in that, but that's fine. We did very well in most of the other ones. So if that does come up again, we can go ahead, pick it, and get some extra training points onto there. Excellent. So as you can see here with this new screen that's about to pop up, that did consider it a win. Excellent. And we're moving on to the next one. Now I think we're going to go for, let's see, energy there. And before we do anything, we need some good mood. Karaoke. Not karaoke. Dang it. Okay. Maybe we'll get karaoke this time. We got to do it again. I'm not going to keep training with a bad mood. Come on, karaoke, karaoke, karaoke. Not karaoke. Oh my god, 3 turns wasted, and we're just up to a normal mood. Karaoke, let's go 3 in a row, and no. Oh my gosh, why can't we just tell her what to do? Just go do some karaoke. That's all you gotta do. Did you see she just did the head shake? That was funny as heck. All right, we need to get these cards up. Come on, the rainbow training bonuses are actually massive on here. I think I got like 105 training in my last Ready Do. Okay, so we got... Nope. I'm looking for my speed cards. Yep, there we go. I don't know her name, but she's a decent speed card, and she is maxed out, so we're going to go ahead and train that regardless. And let's go. Let's get some stat ups. Awesome. And how many fans? We're 458 fans shy. Oh, that head shake's so funny. Yeah, let's do a race. We don't have very good trading right there. We only need 458 fans, which we can easily pull off. which is actually really surprising because I don't remember having to spend this many turns doing races when I did the red-eared girl in the previous time. All right, sweep Tosho in your witchy hat. Let's keep going. And easy first, easy first. Yep, that's what we're talking about. By 5 legs. Bite me, whoever you are. Oh, I think that's a foreigner. She's blonde. She looks very European. All right, get that minus 15 energy and let's move on. I'm not wasting any more turns recovering from mood downs. So we also get bonuses from racing or resting. We can't stack them, but we do get a +3 in our skills if we take some sort of rest or do a race. We are not going to do those unless we absolutely need to going forward, since we've wasted so many turns already. But this is just a playthrough. We're not aiming for the highest rank yet. This is not necessarily a guide. It's more just for fun. So, and we will take the skill hint. Let's go. The amount of skill points that you get in these game modes is absolutely diabolical. So let's take a rest, get some of that energy back. And now we're going straight into some sphere training. All right, 1,600 meters, easy. All right, come on, Ogre Cap. We spent 6 turns not training, so you better still pull this off. For the love of God, pull it off. Oh, I took a screenshot. So we did go ahead and skip the concert there, but we pulled off the first place like the absolute champ Ogre Cap is. And we are moving on. Now we got a few turns. Ooh, is this a same day race? 12 turns? 12 turns, okay. That is good. We got 2 to the U.A.F, but we do got 12 good trainings in before our next actual goal here. So let's go ahead. We are really low on our fighting. So this is actually a really good time to do a fighting. And that's up to 89. Awesome. And we do need to get the free up as well. We'll get some energy back. And let's see, do we got a good fighting or free? We got a good fighting. Excellent. We'll put the pop 10 in there. Get that wit up as well. Level 99. Oh, so close. So close. That's okay. We got our mood upgrade. Saved us a turn there. We're making it back. So technically, we've only wasted 5 turns. And then we put this into, excellent, a +16 into our free there. That's going to help us out a lot as well. The next U.A.F. So this is our first stage trial. See how we perform here. We did waste a lot of turns. And we only got 7. That's a bummer. But that's okay, because we're not here to win. We're here to have a good time, damn it. Now we got 10 turns, and we got the second stage coming up, third stage, and then we have our finale. This is the equivalent of beach training. You can probably hear by the music and look at these stat increases. So we're obviously going to be going all out here if we can. Very minimal energy used here as well, which is great. We can throw this into our wit, which is very low. Put some extra in fight. And then we're going to do 1 more training. Actually, we're going to rest. No rainbow training means rest there. Even in the case of the quote-unquote beach training, because we do not want to fail anymore. And we did cure our practice imperfect, or our practice poor, I guess is the best way to put it. And we are up to A in speed. Got to get that stamina up still. But see how quick and easy that was, even with how many... Oh my, 109. Look at that. That is just muy bueno. Instant jump to A+ there after that second scenario. And let's throw some into our stat points there. And we're going on over to a rest. Energy's getting low. I am not risking it anymore. I still want to do decent, so... Let's see here. We got 34. Nope, we're going to, yep, put that into there. We got 43 on our wit. All of our other skills right now besides speed are really low, so trying to get those up kind of more evenly if we can. Let's see here. I mean, that's another just insane training, though. That's hard to pass up. Let's do it. We can go heavy on the stamina late game. We got up to, well, what did I say? 1,700 in speed is our max, so we could just avoid capping it and focus on stamina after that. Do we have our stamina card up to Rainbow Training? We do not. Let's get that. Let's fix that. Come on, Narita Brian. You got what? One more with you? Oh my god, we have an E in stamina. Oh god. I didn't even realize it was that bad. Oh my, there's so much going on screen. I totally didn't realize we had an E in stamina. Oh no. And that's another win. We are moving on. We really need to get that stamina up. I know Ogre Cap doesn't have the most difficult races, but at the same time, that's bad. I don't think I've ever raced a character that had an S in speed while they also had an E in stamina. And here comes Professor of Curvature, fantastic skill. We will be buying those going into some of the next races here. We'll go with Narita Brian, who's almost up to Rainbow Training, so close until we'll really be able to stack on some points there. Skill hint. Yes, please. We'll take it. And we're 2,500 meters. We are not doing 2,500 meters with a 311 stamina by itself. So again, I don't know what these skills are. I'm pretty sure that's Professor of Curvature. And I don't know if these are Late Surger or Pace Chaser stamina skills, but we're going to go ahead and buy them all anyway, just in case. Doesn't hurt. It helps the overall career score just by having them. And we can just cross our fingers and hope that they proc. Excellent. There we go. And we are headed on into our race. What is this? Is this the... This has got to be what, the Autumn Tenno show? I don't think this is the Arima Keenan, is it? It might be. It's got to be either Arima Keenan or Autumn Tenno show, right? Excellent. There we go. And another first place. Awesome, Ogre Cap. Thank you, thank you. The last thing I want to do is fail this run. It's a long one. It is a very long career, and it's laggy because I'm promoted in. It won't be laggy on your end because you'll be able to see the actual live recording. All right, what do you got for me? Clutch that softball. Long jump, karate, rock climbing. Ooh, still a little low, but that's okay. We'll keep on moving on. All right, and we are on to the next. We got 12 turns. And we're going to get some energy back here. Top option. See, these ones I got memorized. So 33. I really need to get that Narita Brian up if she's on here somewhere. Yeah, there we are. That's going to give a good amount of power and stamina there. Plus, now Narita Brian can do Rainbow Training, and that's going to be massive for her stamina. Bushel of carrots, heck yes. Rainbow Stamina? No, Rainbow Power. We'll take it. And that's going to go straight into our fighting. And we are up to level 2. Heck yes. Again, no rainbow stamina, but we do got the double in speed. And that's going to give us an 85, so I'm happy with that. It might have been a 75. Don't quote me on maths. We need energy, which is good. Let's do it. Let's get some energy. Wow, we get so lucky with that energy there. All the way maxed 100, 100. And now, still no rainbow stamina. What are you doing to me? What are you doing to me, Ogre Cap? Oh, there she is. What's her face? Sexy one that calls you her little puppy. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. You might think I'm kidding, but I'm being dead serious. I looked that up and found out about it the other day. Excellent. That is a 68 in stamina. And we don't really have any good legacy characters on this account, so I'm not looking forward to much out of these. More stamina? Nope, but that's fine. Because we're looking pretty solid on our speed, so let's throw this into wit and guts. We got to even them out a little bit more. I don't want to be super, super speed heavy. I was very speed heavy with the last one that I did. Okay, we got a guts rainbow training. Awesome. Oh, I can't believe I forgot her name. The master, right? It's just master. Oh my god, we need 2 fans? Or is that that's 100? Is that 100 or 1,000? I thought it said we needed 2 for a second. I was like, absolutely no way we're 2 fans short. Awesome, and just like that, we got another win. Feeding more carrots. First place. We need to get some energy back. Yep, time for some energy. Give us another 70. Ooh, yes, it was. That is awesome. Why can't I get that on my main? We still need 1,000 fans? What the heck? We didn't get as many fans as we needed, really. Well, nothing too good on the training, so let's go ahead. Or is it, that can't be 10,000 fans. Let's go ahead. Let's do a race. I don't know what that symbol means, or that letter, or whatever it is. Excellent. So we pulled off the first place. I think we got the fans we need. I mean, that's 26,000 fans. If we didn't get as many as we needed from that, I don't know what we're doing. Excellent. Goal met. I'm going to have to translate that post just for my own sanity there, because I don't know what the heck it was saying I needed. Yeah, we'll throw it into guts. Our speed's looking solid, so that's good by me, and we are headed to the UAFs here. I believe that will be our very last trial run before we go to the actual showdown. Yep, trials 3rd stage. Excellent, there we go. And we are headed to the showdown with, this has got to be the new character, the Tsurugi Ryoka? Tsurugi Ryoka. Ryoka. Tsurugi Ryoka. Yeah, nailed it. First try. Okay, great. Now we need more. We just need more everything. Let's take a rest. Now give us some absolute stacks. Come on, Goguri Wrap. We're going into Wit. And then we're going to go into, excellent, we're up to 214 there. No rainbow training, but we're still going to do it. We're still going to do speed. And we're almost at 300 there with our, ooh, hold up. These stats are bonkers. Let's do it. We're up to U.F in our speed. I love seeing that U. One of these days, I can't even believe that one of these days in the future, we're going to actually be shooting for like SS's as regular runs. Yep, going into Wit. Look at that. That's amazing. It's going to train guts and speed. And those two are going up. Our free is very, very low. So we might start doing some free training. But we do need some energy first. There we go. Now let's see. Do we have any good free trainings before this next race here? Nothing phenomenal. So what I'm going to do is go down to my deck. And we already have rainbow training on speed. So let's switch this up. Ooh, that's even better. Because we got rainbow training on Wit too. So let's go ahead and switch the deck. And then we're going to go do free training there. And that should give us a good amount of free points. Plus 33. Boom, bangers, bonkers. That's exactly what we're looking for. Really evening that out. And we have got to have a ton of skill points. So let's go spend some. 1,200 skill points. Yep. I'm just going to buy all these green ones. One of them's got to be helpful in the upcoming race, yeah? It's going to be your good firm conditions, late surge your savvy, things like that. I believe this should be Swinging Maestro. So we do have that in Professor of Curvature. And I mean, it's 40% off. What a deal. We got to take it. Don't know what it is, but we got to buy it. That's like me if I ever went to the mall. This is just a 2,000 meter. So I believe, 2,000 meter this late game has to be Takarazuka Keenan? Am I right? Takarazuka Keenan? I'm trying to think this through in my head. That would be the only other race. Because that's a 2,000 meter race, yeah? I know you're laughing at me, but I believe that's right. Okay, we're looking good. Keep it up. Koopity rap. Ogre cap. Skibbity dap. Skibbity yap. Bam, that's another first place. And now we're headed to our final race with the end of the UAF coming up hot. And we're not going to take the minus energy there, so let's go ahead and choose the top option. And wow. These are really just going into speed, huh? So let's do the fiery bonus here since we have heating up bonuses for those. Every extra stat point counts at this point because I love high stats. High stats make me happy. All work and low stats makes Willy a sad boy. Oh God, I'm so funny. All right, now we gotta go. Yeah, stamina. Look, we got tons of bonus points there. Everything's pretty much at a B now, except our speed, which is just absolutely insane, which is kind of hilarious. All right, now this is the Arimakinen. Yeah, this has got to be the Arimakinen. So we did the Arimakinen twice then, didn't we? I don't know. If you read Japanese, let me know in the comments section. And now we are headed to the actual finale for the U.A.F. And this girl's going to kick our butts. Our expectation meter is not very high. That wasn't even an Uma. We just kicked a model of a man into the air. That's hilarious. Good job, Obaguri Cap. I'm not actually sure what that said, but she seemed happy, so I think that's a win. Or a high placing. Something like that. Who knows? Let's celebrate our victory. Koguri Yap. Oh no, it looks like I got second because I'm not in the front. This is so intense. I want to go to one of these. Can we start working on horse girls? Any scientists? Hot damn! You can't be moving like that. This game's rated G or whatever. E. Now we are on to the URA finals, which feels kind of redundant after all of that, but still. We're going to take a rest and get 2 good trainings in. Why not? Let's finish off strong. Easy win. Easy win. I can't speak. I think I've mispronounced like 11 words so far. And W. Bye. Only 3 lengths. You should be finishing before they even leave the starting line at this point with these stats. Cranking it. Let's just try to get as much speed as we can. Look at that. Oguri was throwing down. Damn. And that is a semi-final win. We're headed on to the finals, which means we have 1 more training to do. we're probably going to be looking at like an S plus or something like that for this one. Let's see, what do you got for us? Winning the finale, easy as pie. We got 1,800 meters. And frankly, it's very difficult. Oh, did we not win on our last Uma? What the heck? Never. Maybe I'm talking too much. Maybe we're not as good as I think we are. No, not another. And we are the epitome of URA finale champions. Excellent. Look at that. Beautiful. Now let's go buy some skills and finish up. Now, I don't know what any of these are, so let's just throw some points away. 40% off, 40% off. This is like some bargain bin sales. Hell yeah. We're just going to buy them all. Anything that's heavily discounted is ours. There we go. We got 165 to play with. Buy that 102. That's good by me. Good by me. And finishing off strong, we are going to... It's an S+. I called that. Oh my god, I called that so hard. It was almost an SS. Absolutely beautiful run. Actually, frankly, if we could read the words, we probably would have gotten even better score than that. But anyways, yeah, that is my run-through of the U.A.F. And remember, these are just first-time run-throughs. When the actual game modes come out, we will be doing full guides on everything with complete breakdowns, much like we did with the Unity Cup, but we are getting better as a channel, and we will get more in-depth and everything like that going forward. So look forward to that. If you liked the video, make sure to leave a like on the video. Yeah, that just sounded wrong. But yeah, leave a like, subscribe to the channel for all future content, and leave a comment in the comment section if you have any questions or comments, and I'm happy to respond to them all. I hope you all have a Merry Christmas, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.